everyone, it's the Astro Yoga Woman, Debbie Barnett, coming to you from my bathroom. I'm sharing with you today some of my techniques that I use to stay grounded, to stay centered, to help calm the nerves. We're in the time of a lot of water and earth signs in astrology, a lot of yin. And so that means time for self-care, to be receptive and open. So it's also a great time at the start of the year to create new routines, new practices that you can do throughout the year to help you stay grounded. And this is wonderful self-care. And this technique I'm going to be sharing with you today comes from the sister science to yoga. It's called Ayurveda. And Ayurveda means science of life. And the practice is Abhyanga, which is a hot oil self-massage. Also dry brushing. We're going to do a little dry brushing first. And this is a great routine to develop while Saturn is in Capricorn for the next 2.5 years, so that we can create these rituals that are good for us, that we develop these practices so that we can stay grounded, so that we can be conscious of how we move through the earth. So we would start with a dry brush. You start from the top of the head. I don't do my face, but everything goes to the heart. So actually you start at your feet, bottom of your feet, top of your feet, all the way up towards the heart, arms toward the heart, your back, either way, back of the legs up to the heart, and then from your neck down. Okay, so that's dry brushing. And then for the Abhyanga, what I do is I'll get 2 bowls. So in one bowl, you can't really see it, but there's oil in there. I'll take this other bowl, the larger bowl, and put hot water in it. And then add the bowl with the oil. Let that sit for a few minutes so that the oil gets warm. You don't want to put oil on cold because 1, it doesn't absorb well, and 2, it can actually be toxic. So you want the oil to be warm, and then you would start from head to toe. I don't do my hair. It's recommended to do your hair, but I find it's hard to get out. So I'll massage my scalp before my hands get oily, and then from my head, ears, nostrils, mouth, all the way down to the bottoms of my feet gets oiled. Everything, every orifice, every crack and crevice and crease gets oiled. And so you let that sit for good like 15, 20 minutes, maybe 30 minutes, and go about your day, get your breakfast going, or start your daily routine. And so I'll get some flip-flops from the, I used to say dime store, now it's the dollar store, that I'm going to eventually throw away, and also a robe that I'll get at a thrift store that I'll eventually throw away because it'll get greasy. It doesn't matter how much you wash it, it'll get greasy. And so you let that sit, and then because I'm in Tucson, I'm not going to put anything on to get the oil off when I shower. All I'll do is I'll have Dr. Bronner soap, which you can get it at Sprouts or any natural food store. It's a pure Castile soap, so that'll get the grease off the bottoms of my feet. So I'll wash my pits, privates, and feet, and everything else the grease stays on. Now, when I was in California and it wasn't so dry, before I would shower, I would be in the shower and I would put this, it's chickpea flour. And you can get it at the Indian grocery store. It's called garam flour, I believe. So it's garbanzo bean flour, chickpea flour, and put that on head to toe to let that soak up the oil and then shower off. And again, not using soap except for on those 3 parts. So that's the practice of Abhyanga. And it comes from the sister science of yoga called Ayurveda, science of life. So the dry brushing helps to stimulate lymph and remove dead skin cells. It also stimulates new skin growth. And then you put the oil on and let it sit for about 15-20 minutes to absorb in, helps calms the nerves, pacifies vata, which is wind and nervousness, anxiety, helps us be in touch with our body. These are great practices to start here at the start of the year and Capricorn season. And then in May, we have Uranus moving into Taurus. So another earth sign, so another good opportunity to ground and get connected. If you have any questions, feel free to email me, Debbie@theyogawoman.com. Namaste. Peace.